My greatest achievement, believe it or not, is that I had the audacity and the nerve to make a bid for the presidency of the United States of America. I want history to remember me, not that I was the first black woman to be elected to the Congress, not as the first black woman to have made a bid for the presidency of the United States, but as a black woman who lived in the 20th century and who dared to be herself. I want to be remembered as a catalyst for change in America.
Each year we gather together to celebrate the women in this community who believe they can accomplish the unthinkable, who cannonball into uncharted waters, who make a place for themselves at every table, and who inspire every girl here and now by living out their unbought and unbossed legacy. Because every girl deserves the right to live in a world that gives life to their dreams. And if this world doesn't measure up, then we show them what it means to be a catalyst for change. Welcome to the 2021 60th Anniversary UnBought and UnBossed Awards.
Well, hello, everybody in virtual world. My name is Allison Lebovitz, and I am honored and thrilled to be hosting the 2021 Annual UnBought and UnBossed Awards for Girls, Inc. Now, as you can see, once again, we are virtual, but I promise you, like always, we are going to have a real good time. It's just impossible to think that a year ago, we were literally one of the first nonprofits to transition, to effectively pivot to this virtual format. But it was because of you, right? Our supporters, our honorees, all of the people who make Girls, Inc. the strong and dynamic institution that it has been for decades, that we do this again. Because we know you are right there with us, watching us from, I don't know, your home computer, maybe from your living room, maybe you didn't even get out of bed this morning. No judgment. Whatever you're doing and whatever you're wearing, we just want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. We also want to make sure that you know this is not just a fundraiser, because we are going to have fun. It is a fundraiser, right? Today we're here for one purpose. It is to remind every girl that we serve in this community that we want to invest in them and in their future. And in a second, I'm going to show you how to do that. But first, I want to give you sort of an overview of what to expect today, because our show is going to be a little different than what we're used to. But then again, this past year has been a little different than what we've all been used to. And guess what? We've done great. I'm so proud of all of you. What we're going to do today is we're really using that theme of she, right? As you know, our Women's History Project transitioned to the she program a few years ago. So we are capitalizing on that word she. We're going to talk about she did by honoring some of our past honorees and our women. She can by talking about what the girls are doing today. And she will. And of course, we're going to be highlighting the future of Girls, Inc. and every woman that we serve in this community. But we can't do it without your support. So even if you're watching, go text a friend. Make sure that you put this on social media, Facebook it, because we are live and across so many different streams. We want to make sure everybody is paying attention and everybody is getting a chance to watch what we know is going to be a jam-packed and exciting hour. Now remember, we also want you to be able to give in any way that you can. So look on your screen right now. There are so many ways to give. We don't want to limit you. You can text the word Girls, Inc. to 243-725. Look how easy that is. Or if you're on social media, we've made it so easy. There's a very easy to find donate button on any of those platforms, on Facebook, on Instagram, or right on our website. And look, if you're old school, we get that too. all you need to do is give us a call, 423-624-4757. We will make sure that that is up for the duration of the show. We will show that every so often. I'm also going to be showing you a thermometer because you know I love to chart the progress. I'm all about how far have we come, and I have something very exciting just to give you a little incentive right now. We have an anonymous $2,000 donor who is offering a matching grant. And what that means is, as soon as that thermometer hits $2,000 or more, bam, we get an extra $2,000. Help us hit that mark. Help us achieve what we hope is a $15,000 attainable goal today for UnBought and UnBossed. But now I want to transition into a little bit more about the She program, because what you're going to see today is a little bit different from what you were used to in the past. As you know, we've typically done a 4-month program where we have paired the She program participants with their honorees, with people that have become mentors and really lifelong friends for these young women. Today, we did something different because this past year has frankly looked so different. What we've done, instead of pairing up these mentors and mentees, is we gave the young women in the She program a chance to really explore what it means to give back. And specifically what it means for nonprofits in this community to give back to women and families and children that are served by so many. And what they've done is truly remarkable. What they've done is they've chosen 3 organizations in our community not only to research, not only to pair with so they can give back themselves, but also to highlight today. Those organizations will be Chattanooga Room in the Inn, the Women's Fund of Greater Chattanooga, and Willow Bend Farms. And a little bit later in our program, you're going to see some incredible videos that are going to highlight just that. But for now, we are going to show you that when you're giving your dollars today, we know you're eager to text or to give right now, but I want to show you exactly what the impact will be with your investment.
Life often brings the unexpected. We don't always know what the future will hold. But at Grows Inc., we are ready for the unexpected and the unknown. Our commitment to girls remains unwavering. Through natural disaster, global crisis, and economic instability, we are here, committed to serving every girl wherever life takes her. Sometimes by sending Grows Inc. to her. Or connecting virtually. Always meeting her where she's at, because it's within that unpredictability of life that every girl must remain strong, smart, and bold. And our job is to light that fire of resilience and perseverance towards a new day and the promise of tomorrow. We are here, and we will always be here. Join us in empowering every girl to step out of the darkness and move towards the light on the horizon.
Cutting to life.
Now, I have to say, if that video didn't get you, it should have. It's got me already a little verklempt, I got to tell you. And truly, when I think of the Girls Inc. mantra, strong, smart, and bold, I not only think about the thousands of young women that Girls Inc. has impacted in this community and across the country. But I think of one woman in particular, and she happens to be our CEO, Takora Johnson. I want you to see this video and introduce it. It barely scratches the surface of this remarkable CEO and leader for our organization. And in a second, after you see this wonderful introduction, I get a chance to interview Takora live today. Take a look.
Takora Johnson was born and raised in Chattanooga, Tennessee. She graduated from Chattanooga High School Center for Creative Arts in 2001 as the class salutatorian. After high school, she remained true to her Tennessee roots by pursuing a bachelor's in community health and education and a master's in public health from the University of Tennessee at Knoxville. She began her journey with Girls Inc. in 2010, where she managed elementary programs for 5 years before becoming the Senior Director of Program Operations in 2015. For the next 5 years, she led a team of strong, smart, and bold program coordinators to expand Girls Inc. programming beyond after school and camps and into schools during the day in order to reach hundreds of more girls who otherwise could not have attended Girls Inc. During her time as Senior Director of Program Operations, she and her team equipped girls all across Chattanooga with new and exciting knowledge in STEAM, literacy, finance, art, advocacy, and so much more. Takora is well known and well loved by Girls Inc. staff and girls, and received a standing ovation from the community when she was named Chief Executive Officer on February 1st, 2021, after acting as interim CEO for 5 months prior. She considers her role models to be Dr. Edna Varner, Dr. Elaine Swafford, and the woman behind the reason for why we are all gathered here today, Shirley Chisholm. Takora's vision for the future of Girls Inc. of Chattanooga is for inclusion, growth, and family engagement. Her efforts are driven by her personal motto: in order to remain relevant in an ever-changing world, Girls Inc. must be intentional and impactful in every decision we make for our girls. Please join us in welcoming Takora Johnson to the 60th anniversary UnBought and UnBossed Awards.
Well, I told you she's fabulous, right? And with me here, live in our socially used studio, is our CEO of Girls Inc., Takora Johnson. Hi, Takora.
Hello, Allison.
Take a deep breath, right? Yes. We're here.
We've
got
here.
It done.
That's
now,
right.
You are no stranger to Girls Inc. As we heard in the video, you've been with Girls Inc. for 11 years. And we were just talking about the fact that we sort of started this journey together because this is my 11th year, can't believe it, to host this UnBought and UnBossed. And you started in 2010.
Yes, I did. So we've been together for 11 years, and we just truly appreciate every year the dynamic professionalism that you bring to our audience.
Well, we appreciate the dynamic professionalism you bring to this community. And I cannot imagine a better leader for Girls Inc., but I also can't imagine a more challenging time to take over the mantle of leadership. What has this year shown you about the importance of Girls Inc. more than ever before?
More than ever before, we've learned during this pandemic that resiliency. We teach resiliency in our character development programs, but each and every day since we opened our doors, our girls have shown us as staff, as board of directors, as donors, that resiliency is something that is implemented early. And so our girls came in with their mask on. Our girls understood all of the things and safety measures that we had in place to keep everyone safe. So resiliency is one thing that I've learned from our girls.
And I am so impressed with the breadth of programming that was still able to be going on even during this past year. Because talk about, I know we're sick of hearing that word pivot, but there is no one who pivoted like Girls Inc. Remind us of some of the programs that you're able to still put on, and also things that you offered because of the pandemic.
So you mentioned earlier that we were the first nonprofit to offer a virtual luncheon. And so spring break, we offered the first virtual spring break in the affiliate network. And so it was was very important for us, the team, our supporters, to understand that we needed to see our girls, and we needed our girls to know that we were in their corners. So in May, we were able to open our doors, not at full capacity, but making sure that we implemented those safety measures. But our doors have been open since May, offering in-school, after-school programming, and of course the virtual platform. And we believe that moving forward, that virtual platform will forever be embedded in what we do, but most importantly, keeping our doors open will allow us to advance and fulfill our mission.
So what do you hope that every girl in this program leaves with? What would be the one leave behind from you as a leader?
As a leader, it's very important for me that our girls understand the importance of making informed decisions. Every single day that our staff teaches, every single visit we have with the guest speaker, it is important that when that girl leaves that Girls Inc. program, that she is able to take what she learned and apply it to everyday life. We want our girls to understand that the knowledge, skills, and attitudes that are taught are the same things that they will need to define what life, success, love, and happiness looks like for them.
I love that. And I want to tell everybody that Takora and I were talking earlier, and I found out that she is one of 5 sisters, and
Yes.
she is actually the middle sister, right?
Yes, I am.
And I can think of nothing that has prepared you better for this role
Yes.
than being a bridge within your own family.
Correct.
And now you are a bridge in this community
Thank
because
you
you
so
are
much.
connecting all of these young women to their future women that they will be. So we appreciate it.
No, thank you.
And I also want to make sure people know that, our Girls Inc. in Chattanooga is just one of 84 across the country. And these organizations are not only united by their name, they are also united by what they call their Bill of Rights.
Girls have the right to be themselves and to resist gender stereotypes.
Girls have the right to express themselves with originality and enthusiasm.
Girls have the right to take risks, to strive freely, and to take pride in success.
Girls have the right to accept and appreciate their bodies. Girls have the right to be confident in themselves and to be safe in the world.
Girls have the right to prepare for interesting work
And economic independence.
I'm ready to do all of that. And if I had those moves, oh gosh, I'm glad my boys aren't watching. They'd be really
Can we not
impressed by
hear
me even
in here?
trying to move like this.
This is on the delay, but we're listening. Oh, okay.
Become women with the confidence and the ability to be themselves, right? No matter what that looks like, from the artist to the physician to the person who is going to be president of the United States. We believe that every young woman who goes through the Girls Inc. program has unlimited potential and possibilities, but only thanks to you, our supporters. So I want to remind you the easy ways to give today to reach our $15,000 goal. As you can see, you can text, you can press donate on one of our social media sites, and there's always the old school approach. If you want to call us, we do have, I want to say, like operators standing by. We have Girls Inc. staff standing by to answer your call and to take your pledge. And again, our goal today is $15,000. I'm hoping we might have a thermometer that is going to show us where we are. Oh, look, we're already inching our way up. As I said before, look, thank you so much to everyone who has donated so far. We are getting there. We are 1/15 of the way there. Yes, I did pay attention to math in school. And once we get to that 2,000, we have that anonymous donor who's going to match it for $2,000. So help us get there because we need your help. And now, a lot of people ask the young women, what do you want to be when you grow up? And we happen to get a few answers.
When I grow up, I want to be a dancer so I can make up my own moves and help people dance.
When I grow up, I want to be an actress so I can entertain people and bring people joy, and so I can travel around the world.
When I grow up, I want to be an artist because it helps me calm down and it makes me feel relaxed. And I want to show people there's beauty everywhere they look.
When I grow up, I want to be a scientist so I can cure COVID so I can save the whole entire world.
When I grow up, I want to be a chef because I like cooking and I like impressing other people with my cooking skills. And so I can create sustainable ways to feed hungry people.
When I grow up, I want to be a professional basketball player because it's one of the first sports I've ever played, and I also want to inspire other girls to become professional basketball players and chase their dreams.
So, as I mentioned before, part of our program today is about She and She Can, right? And the young women in the She program, as they pivoted this past year, they worked with our own Kristen Yates in order to research some organizations in town that are addressing the needs of women, family, and children in our community. They picked those 3, and they didn't just want to know how they could help. They really wanted to understand why these organizations do what they do. We all get that. People don't support organizations because of necessarily what they do, but really why they do it. And when they went out to figure out the why behind these 3 organizations, they knew exactly how they could help. So now we want to recognize and honor these 3 organizations that our She program has aligned with this year. Once again, Chattanooga Room in the Inn, the Women's Fund of Greater Chattanooga, and Willow Bend Farms.
So my name is Sarah McInnes, and I am the co-founder and president of Willow Bend Farms. And we're an organization that serves survivors of human trafficking, sexual exploitation, and sexual violence. And been doing this for 4 years. We're coming up on our 4-year birthday on March 20th. It's hard to believe. So when we got the phone call that She Girls wanted to partner with us, and we started talking about ways that could be, and an art project was mentioned, I was like, this is amazing. You know, what an opportunity, because we're getting ready to open our emergency response center. And one of the things that we love to do in the very beginning is we call it an invitation to hope. Because sometimes hope just seems like it's something that's just out of reach. So the art project that they are working on is about hope, and it's going to be in our emergency response center. So when ladies come in, they're going to be able to see that. And so I was really excited to be able to partner in this way, and for the ones that you serve, that they're able to see the importance of hope. Volunteering and service work, I mean, it's pivotal. In any nonprofit organizations, we live and die by volunteers. Pouring into someone's life, there's no price associated with that. You know, the average age of someone entering trafficking is 12 to 14 years old. So what better age to be involved with someone that may be at risk for being trafficked? But when they're given the opportunity to have someone to mentor and come alongside them, it reduces the risk factors, it reduces the vulnerability. So yeah, I think being involved in this is just extremely important, and I love what Girls Inc. does. We are really a full-service anti-trafficking agency, and we serve survivors in many ways. We have 5 initiatives as an organization. Those 5 initiatives are, number 1, the restoration of survivors. We do that by having a long-term residential program. We also work with those who can live safely, independently, in what we call our off-the-farm program. Also in that, we have a vocational program for those who need safety in work. Then we are also heavily focused on prevention, education, and awareness. So we serve survivors in the community, and a lot of them find us in that way because we do a lot of teachings and trainings and going to organizations and partnering with people. And then also partnering with local law enforcement, from federal all the way down to the local level. We're bringing community resources together for survivors. We do a lot, and it's grown a lot in the last 4 years.
My name is Casey Kendall. I'm the lead supervising case manager, and I've been here just shy of 10 years. We are a transitional housing facility for homeless women and women with children, and we also have become pet friendly, so the entire family can come versus being separated. And everyone comes here for different reasons, but one common reason of being homeless is you just don't have, say, $5,000 to tap into to help yourself out and have a smooth transition. So today we are in a sense, cleaning out a shed that's on loan to us from the Humane Education Society. So we're trying to figure out how we can store climate and non-climate controlled items, because we have a lot of outreach supplies donated by the community, which is really wonderful, but we are in a sense space locked, like landlocked. The ladies always have an opportunity to have hygiene supplies, feminine products, baby supplies, whatever you need, and then we get donations for food as well. And we also have 3 Creedy houses that we can house our women at, and then we furnish those houses as well. It's important to be able to give back at all times, because somebody's always given to you. I think it helps them to develop their character even younger, and then an awareness of what do I really like to, what area do I like to give in, because there's so many areas in each city that need help. I found out with the ladies here, sometimes it can make them feel that they have a purpose, because they are so depressed and they have so much anxiety, and hope is usually lost. They don't seem to have a lot of hope. It gives you an opportunity to mingle with other people and to not just focus on the situation. When you are saying, oh, you're good at that, and you're encouraging them and you're praising them, it makes them feel confident in themselves, but it also makes them feel like, oh, someone sees me, okay, I'm not invisible.
Erica Burnett, and I have the pleasure of serving as the Executive Director for the Women's Fund of Greater Chattanooga. Here at the Women's Fund, we have a pretty ambitious goal. It's to move Tennessee from 49 to 1 in relation to key indicators that are critical to the success and well-being of girls and women overall across our state. So our mission is really to improve the lives of all women and girls, primarily by using advocacy, collaboration, and collective philanthropy as our intervention points. So there's this national body of research that produces a report card of sorts for states. And ultimately, when looking at that report card, Tennessee ranks 49th amongst all the states in our country. And so what that means is we have a long way to go in regards to how do we create an ecosystem that allows for both women and girls to reach their full potential. The partnership between the Women's Fund and Girls Inc. has been a really rich and robust partnership that we're very proud of. As an organization, one of our pain points, I would say, in the nonprofit landscape is that we don't provide direct service. Instead, we look at sort of systemic level impacts of a lot of the policies that we are trying to move in our legislature and sort of rally collaboration around in our community. In regards to the upcoming service project, we are so thrilled to be able to partner with Girls Inc. Here and really bring a lot of the learning and the true voice of the girls to life. As a part of this project, the girls will be creating their own PSA as one more way to demonstrate the importance of the work that we're doing at the Women's Fund.
Only 5% of women naturally have the type of body portrayed in today's media.
69% of elementary school girls are concerned about their weight.
70% of women 18 through 30 years old are unsatisfied with their body.
98% of female images in the media are photoshopped to look idealistic.
The death rate for 18 through 30-year-old women with eating disorders is 12 times higher than the death from any other cause.
35% of students experience depression and stress due to negative body image.
As women, one of our biggest battles is accepting the skin we are in. Loving yourself is the greatest revolution.
I am so inspired by all 3 of those organizations and the vested interest that our young women took and the time they took to find out more about the why behind each. Now, as we're talking about the why, I also am a little curious about the what in terms of what are we raising right now. So is there a way for us to bring up the thermometer? Holy kaboli! Oh my goodness! Look at that! $5,231. And if my math is correct, which I hope it is, I think that is a third of our goal. And I'm looking to Leslie right now. Does that include the match or not? What? Oh my goodness. So we have reached that level that we now get the $2,000 anonymous match, which means we are over $7,000, which means we're almost halfway there. Okay. Look, halfway there means we're not there yet. We need everyone to take the time to give. No matter how much you give, every amount counts. We're all in this together. So let's show the screen again, just to remind everybody how to give. Well, of course, and I love seeing the thermometer screen, but I'd rather see the ways to give screen so that people remember how to text. There we go. We're going to text the word Girls Inc. to 243-725. It's just so easy. You can go to any of these social media outlets, to Facebook, Instagram, or the website, and just that donate button couldn't be easier. Or, the old school, just give us a call, and we'll be happy to take your credit card over the phone. Hey, if you want to walk it to us, we're fine with that too. Jump on a horse, a pony, I don't know, get your nephew to go run it down the street. We will take your donation any way we can get it. But now I want to introduce you to someone in our studio who is really a light in all of our lives. And that's because she is not only a Girls Inc. alum and former scholar, but she is just a shining example of what every young woman in Girls Inc. can hope to be. Jasmine Pulliam is with us today, and she is actually going to be reading a poem by one of our board members, our former board members, Dr. Gail Dawson. Now, Dr. Dawson was with us at a national conference for Girls Inc. a few years ago. She was so inspired by what she saw at this conference that she wrote this beautiful poem on the way back. And now Jasmine is with us to recite the poem for all of you. Now, let me tell you a little bit more about Jasmine, because I'm going to tell you, impressive doesn't seem to get it right. She left Girls Inc. in 2015 and immediately headed to Knoxville, where she got her bachelor's degree. She is now at UTC, finishing up her Master's of Public Health. And in case that's not enough for you, her real goal is to get her MD and to one day become a physician. And when she is not studying medicine, when she's not changing the world, and she's not spending time with her family, I'll tell you, she also loves kickboxing. So talk about strong, smart, and bold women. Jasmine Pulliam is the trifecta, and she is with us today to read this beautiful poem.
What does it mean to be strong, smart, and bold? It means not being limited to the stereotypes they hold. It means taking the chance to really see me, defying the odds and making them see that there are no limits. I cannot be bound, refusing to let others keep dragging me down. It means having the courage to step out on my own, making my own path when the road is unknown. It means not letting anyone characterize me or tell me I can't be what I want to be. Being brave enough to attempt what has never been done, not letting it bother me when I'm the only one. Believing in myself despite what they say, knowing that being different is really okay. It means not giving up when the going gets rough, constantly striving till I say it's enough. Achieving my dreams and breaking the mold. That's what it means to be strong, smart, and bold.
Everything. It's kind of fun everywhere. Number 1 is activities. Number 2 is doing scrapbooks. And number 3 is eating a snack. And number 4 is having friends. My favorite top things in Girls Inc. is making new friends and playing and having fun. My favorite part of Girls Inc. is kind of getting candy.
I like being here because mostly I like art, and we do that a little bit.
When we write on the chalkboard.
One piece of advice I'll give to another girl is that just because you
Like, don't feel like that you're enough. Try your best. You will not get defeated once you go through a hard, difficult problem. To be nice to others.
I usually don't talk to people a lot, but I've been talking to people more.
It's inspired me to stay strong when people are mean to me. Well, it took me out of my comfort zone a little bit because I don't like being around people sometimes. And so it helped me warm up to people. It helped me build my courage.
When we say we can't do things, they say we can do it.
When we had the bouncy house at spring break camp.
Probably after school or the playground. We had this jar and we dyed it blue and then we twirled it and then it was like a tornado. She has a lot of fun arts and crafts.
At Girls Inc., I love about my teachers is they're so kind, they're helpful, they're caring.
Oh, they treat us like family.
Yeah, I'm watching these unscripted videos especially, and I am getting such a kick out of these young women. But I am also reminded of the talent that we have here at Girls Inc. And I want to do a quick shout out, a much deserved shout out to Abby Rice, because she has done all the videos that you are seeing today. I don't know how she does it, but with her flair and her talent, she makes everything and everyone come off as a star. But Abby, you are the star, so thank you for all you're doing. And speaking of stars, I almost saw stars the last time I saw the thermometer, so I'm hoping for another one. This is always a little bit tricky, but do we have... Oh my goodness, look at that! Okay, we are officially over the halfway mark. I know we can all do this together. Look at that, 8,231 on our way to our $15,000 goal. I am feeling it in my bones, people. We've got this. We can do it. Every gift counts. No gift is too small. And I dare say no gift is too large, right? I mean, think of all the money that you've been saving this past year for all the restaurants you didn't go to, all the travel you didn't do. Oh, this is going down a really negative stream. Think about this. Think about during this past year, all of the goodwill that Girls Inc. has done and all of the investment today and the goodwill Girls Inc. will do in the future. And how do you give? Well, we're going to make it really easy. We're going to show you this screen. You can text, you can click that donate button, or you can just call us. We promise any way that you want to give, we will make it possible. Now, our last segment today is, of course, called She Will. And I want to remind us that during the past years, really what UnBought and UnBossed has been is a way for us to showcase these young women as they honor their mentors. These are part of what used to be called a Women's History Project and is now the SHE program. And part of that is finding ways for our young women to find mentors, but they choose those mentors. And in the past, getting to know these young women and seeing the way that they've held tribute to the women in their lives has been truly inspiring and remarkable. But we want you to know that the event is not stagnant. The relationships that were forged between these young women and their mentors are lifelong relationships. And if you don't believe me, we're going to show you proof. Today, we are going to showcase 3 past UnBought and UnBossed women and their honorees. We have Sheila Boynton and Alexis Eaton, who you may remember from our 2013 event. We have Dr. Martina Harris and Mania Chapman from 2014, and Bobby Standifer and Dakara Hubbard from 2018. We wanted to take an opportunity to catch up and see how these couples and their relationship is flourishing even today.
Well, my name is Alexis Eaton, and I've known Miss Sheila since I was in 6th grade. And so now that I'm 2 years out of college, that would be about 12 years. But how long we've been working together since the program will be about 9, close to 9.5 years. Yes. We've been together, so thick as thieves. Thick as thieves.
So my name is Dakara Hubbard, and I went to Chattanooga Girls Leadership Academy. I graduated from there, went on to Chattanooga State, and I got my pharmacy technician certification.
I'm Bobby Allison Standifer. I own Allison Insurance and Senior Advising. I think we've known each other since it's probably 2014.
She has gone to so many functions, and she's invited me to so many of her family functions. I've been to her daughter's wedding, and she's opened me up to a lot of stuff around Chattanooga that I've never seen before, and it's just, I love being with her. She's amazing.
And I did Women's History Project in 2018 and got Miss Martina Harris. At first I feel like our relationship was more like a hangout type relationship. That's when I met her daughters and stuff. But as I got close to like college and stuff, that's when she started helping me with recommendation letters and figuring out what school I wanted to go to.
I was very honored when I was asked to be a part of UnBought and UnBossed. I came from a family. We were taught to help others in the community. And so it was just an easy choice for me.
I was inspired to be a mentor because someone mentored me, and so I am a firm believer it's so important to give back. I tell everybody is that I live by example, and so being a mother of 3 fabulous daughters, it was like, what can I do to ensure that I am not only talking the talk but walking the walk? And so I often want to say to others is that being a mentor is so rewarding. Her win is my win. We win together.
Have a good team.
Yeah.
You know, for me, the program was really not so much about, you know, me particularly. It was about, you know, Girls Inc. And I mean, I have a tremendous love for this organization and the work that Girls Inc. does for so many. My relationship with Alexis has always been such a fruitful one, even for me. I always remind people that being a mentor is not just about helping your mentee, it actually helps you too.
So I've learned how to be a leader. I learned more how to just step out from her because she shows leadership herself, you know. So learning that from her is like a big step because I've always been a shy person. But being around her makes me so comfortable and whatnot. Her being around, showing that leadership role that sometimes I never got as much is amazing.
I've learned a lot from Dakara. She's a very strong young woman. I've been very proud of her. She's set goals and she's done them. She's gone after them. And I think that's very, very good.
Overall, I think she kind of helped me learn, like I feel like she helped me more with knowing what I wanted to do, like career-wise. Even though I didn't go into nursing field, she kind of helped me realize that I did want to do something medical related.
It has been rewarding for me to be Manaya's mentor. When she became my mentee, it was like she was part of our family. I have 3 older daughters who they really connected with Manaya. But now that Manaya is away at college, I'll sometimes say, hey, how are your studies going? So it's more of making sure that she has the resources and the connection. So I just feel like it's been rewarding for me to have her be a part of my life.
When I get older, I would like to be a mentor. I feel like even now at a young age, I feel like I'm still a mentor. Even the kids, even here working at Girls Inc. when I had the time, I feel like some kids did look up to me.
It's just given me the confidence and the ability just to know my worth and value, to see women, especially minority women, in huge leadership roles, and just to see how much of a voice that she has and how much purpose and impact that she is giving to a lot of students and just to a lot of people in general. So it just gave me a lot of faith in what I could do as I get older, and to see her as the model.
I love the story about, you know, her going to college and seeing the food insecurity of college students. She didn't just see it, she came up with a solution to solve it by creating their pantry program. And I think, you know, watching her do that, then it just encourages me to do more. And now, you know, that she's running and designing programs that are about food and helping, you know, our community and many communities with that. It's just inspiring.
Manaya's mother invited us to Manaya's graduation, and it was just amazing to see. I mean, you've been to the Tivoli, and it's a pretty small area, but there were probably 65 people who had on white t-shirts, Disney themed, and we all knew that we all together. We're for her. We are for her. And so being a part of her village to me was so rewarding that her mother Bianca made sure that I was present and there, and just every step of the way.
My favorite memory was my birthday. So we went to the Walden Club. Her daughter Whitney was there, and they had like a balloon with a card and everything. It was so sweet. I think I cried. I think I did.
I think one of the best times I remember is going to Alexis's 16th birthday party.
Yep.
Where I was able to learn how to do the cha-cha slide,
yes,
which I really enjoy. And now I'm a big hit at weddings because I can do the cha-cha slide now. Do you have the music?
We can put, I mean, we can find the music.
I'll have to practice first.
Clap your hands, clap, 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 clap your hands. Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time. Right foot, let's stomp.
Besides being a mentor to her, she's been a mentor to me in dancing and many other things.
She's an investor in my future and in women's future, so because of what she's done with me, I really hope to take that and be able to mentor other girls and continue on, and hopefully the girls I mentor get to, feel the love and the lessons that she's given me, and hopefully get to meet her as well, because she's going to meet pretty much any person that I come across with. So those are a few things that I've learned from her.
Oh my goodness, what an amazing look and journey down memory lane, and loved seeing where you are now. And Sheila Boynton, you never disappoint. I'm going to be doing that cha-cha slide all the way home. They gave me energy. And you know what else gives me energy? When I get to see what the thermometer might be at right now. Holy kaboli, we're at 12,068. We are so close. I am not even going to bother with math, but we're like less than 3,000 away from our goal. I know that you're out there. I know that you still want to give. And guess what? The lines are still open. You still have an opportunity to give. But we're about to wrap up the show for now, even though the giving is never going to be wrapped up. We will give you that opportunity for as long as you'd like. I just want to reiterate what an honor and what a privilege it is to be part of the Girls Inc. team and part of UnBought and UnBossed every year. And I want to say thank you to all of you. You had a choice what to do with your day, and you carved out this hour to be with us. We don't take that for granted, and we know that your support is truly sacred. So thank you. So now we'd love to wrap out the show with 3 unbelievably strong, smart, and bold women who made today possible. Our board chair, Rachel Welch, our events chair, Leslie Mayfield, and of course, once again, our amazing CEO, Takora Johnson.
Thanks, Allison. I'm so excited. I can't believe we're at the end of our luncheon here today, but as Allison said, there's still time to give, and I'm looking forward to doing the cha-cha slide when I get home, embarrassing my children. They hate it when I do that. But just thank you so much for joining us today. I mean, what a privilege and an honor to be with you, and just thank you so much for your donations and just all the interactions. We can't thank you enough. And there's such an amazing group of people behind us today. And I just want to say thank you to you, Leslie, as being our chair again this year. You've done an incredible job.
Thank you so much, Rachel. It has been my absolute pleasure to lead such an awesome committee. The UnBought and UnBossed committee is by far the best committee I believe that we have in this city. So thank you so much. Thank you, Girls Inc. and the staff of Girls Inc. You all have done a phenomenal job, as usual, supporting our efforts. But I have to say, thank you to Socially You. Yeah. We are in this phenomenal studio, and it is beautiful. They are so on top of everything, professional. I'm loving it here. So thank you, Socially You and your staff, for helping us put on this awesome event. And it could not be any better other than having the one and only Allison Lebowitz that's at the helm, taking care of all of our emceeing here, keeping us entertained and keeping us moving through the program. So, Rachel, again, thank you for your support as the chair of the board. So we definitely couldn't do it without you. So.
Well, thank you, Leslie. It's certainly an honor to serve in that role, and we've got an incredible board of directors, but my goodness, the staff at Girls Inc., you're the ones who make it all possible. So thank you for all you do. Thank you as our donors too, and don't forget, it's not too late to give.
Exactly.
Good afternoon.
Since February the 1st, you all have shown an incredible amount of support. But I'm only here today to ask you to continue to support Girls Inc. through your donations, being a guest speaker, serving on a committee, and being a volunteer. The only way that we will continue to have phenomenal years after years will be because of you. My call to you is Girls Inc. is for everyone. If you need us, we are there. If you want us, we are there. Thank you, Chattanooga, for another incredible UnBought and UnBossed virtual luncheon, and we hope to see you again next year, hopefully in person. Thank you.
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paperboy, the evening TV. Everywhere you look, there's a heart, a hand to hold on to. Everywhere you look, there's a face of somebody who needs you. Everywhere you look, when you're lost out there, boy, the evening TV. Everywhere you look, there's a heart, a hand to hold on to. Everywhere you look, there's a face of somebody who needs you. Everywhere you look, when you're lost out there and you're all alone, a light is waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look, everywhere you look.
And we're back. Thank you again to the...
Decor. Sorry. Will you check the thermometer just one more time? I'm dying to know.
Just one more time before we are officially done. All right, Chattanooga, we thank you so much for helping us reach and exceed our goal. And as mentioned, the ways to give are always open, 24/7, 365. Be safe, and again, see you next year.